What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne coming at you with another crazy video. But first, my goal is to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. And you already know, reclaim your throne. So guys, we have a very important topic to discuss today. The Andrew Tate takedown, or knockdown, if you will, is happening right now. And we are going to debunk a hit piece that came out on this Instagram account called The Impact. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, guys, so this is the Andrew Tate takedown, all right? And this comes from a guy by the name of Matt. Oh, this is a woman, okay? This is a woman, and she's basically a feminist. If you read her bio, it says a queer juice crew with very long nails. So I don't know how you guys feel about the juice crew, but I'm already questioning. I'm already questioning. Plus, what else does she have? Queer, LGBT community. So obviously, I mean, this is crazy. Obviously, she's a leftist. Okay, she's a leftist, and I'm not saying that she's a bad person. I'm just saying that she is a leftist. Okay, and she is part of the 1% demographic who are inevitably, they have a lot of control over the not only entertainment industry but the geopolitical scale and whatnot. So it's already hard to trust her. A lot of these juice crew peoples are plants, which I'm not saying anything is wrong with them, but they do absolutely have an agenda. And this agenda is to take down Andrew Tate. This particular agenda is to take down Andrew Tate. So anyways, let's get into this post. So something that she wrote in the comments, she said, I'll write here what I wrote on my original post to his fans, especially the young men and boys. I am not trying to come for you. I am trying to take your masculinity. I'm not trying to take your masculinity from you. I know how confusing it is to be a young man and want a role model. Actually, you don't, because you're a woman. Something to aspire to, a version of masculinity that you can connect with. I don't blame you, and I'm not asking you to like me or agree with anything I write online, but I want you to know that there are plenty of other men you can look up to, masculine men, intelligent men, even rich men, if that's your thing. That's... What man doesn't want to become rich? And she's talking about, oh, if that's your thing. Yo, all of these women want a rich man. What do you mean if that's your thing? If that's your thing, you would have a 6 foot, 6 inch dangling, 6-figure, maybe 7 or 8 figure, which is what Saweetie says, rich in word 8-figure. That's my type. Okay. So what do you mean? Oh, even if it's a rich man, if that's your thing. Yeah, yo, that's everybody's thing. Everybody wants to be rich. Stop acting like you're like some moralistic high ground. Shorty, you have a blue check mark. You're rich too. Okay. And I'm not saying everybody with a blue check mark is rich, but obviously if you look at her page, she has a 1.2 million followers on Instagram. So obviously she's getting some bread. Who don't hate women. You can do better than this pyramid scheme hustler, I promise. And what people are talking about is Andrew Tate's course, which actually allows men to make money. So all he's doing is getting people to post his clips, paying for a course to learn how to post clips of him and make money on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, whatnot. So they are absolutely making money from posting his clips. I actually know some guys who have signed up for his course and are making money posting his clips. And they said that it was one of the best investments that they could have made. Okay. So, and this is, I'm trying to be neutral, but at the same time, I know these feminists are not neutral. Obviously, we have broken down women who cut their hair off. She's done the big chop. So she absolutely is, we've broken down what the big chop means. She's hurt. Somebody smashed and dashed her. You know, she was going through something. She was trying to find herself. All these buzzwords for shorty been ran through, and now she cuts her hair because she is going down the feminist mantra and wanting to be unattractive to men, to stop being catcalled and all this other BS. Okay. And there was a woman in my comments saying, oh, well, some women have alopecia like Jada and they're going through things and and they're losing their hair. Yeah, I actually have encountered some women who are going through physical ailments and whatnot. But most of the women who, we're not talking about them. We're talking about the women who voluntarily cut off good hair that they could have, you know, kept their hair and looked better. Honestly, I mean, men don't like women with short hair, and that's the reality. Okay. So she says in the first Instagram slide, Andrew Tate is teaching young boys to be violent, misogynist. It's time for social media platforms to do something. Okay. Now she is trying to back up her claims. So she's trying to claim that Andrew Tate is making boys be violent and misogynist. Where is the violence that she speaks of? Let's see. Andrew Tate is an influencer and former kickboxer whose violently misogynistic, homophobic videos have propelled him to global fame among young men and boys. Oh yeah, also she's LGBT, so obviously, okay. He said that women are men's property and that rape victims should bear some responsibility for their attacks last month, and was Googled more than Donald Trump and Kim Kardashian combined. So all of these quotes have been taken out of context, obviously. Let's see. Okay. All right. So the women are men's property. So this is actually a biblical principle. That's why when you get married, your father gives the daughter away. And why do they say, oh, I'm asking for your daughter's hand in marriage, and the father gives his daughter away to a man? It's because formerly, that woman was that father's property, and now he passes her off to the man, or figuratively speaking, okay? This is not to say that, oh, you know, she's a slave or whatnot, but what it is to say is that her guardianship, her protection, the natural hierarchy of being, the natural order of man, God, and beast, okay? It goes God, and this is the natural order of the Godhead, all right? Arm, leg, arm, head. This is God's body. This is the Godhead. All right. So we have man, or God, on top. Then you have man. Then you have woman. Then you have children. And God gave man the dominion over the fowl of the earth, which is beasts, which are animals. Men have higher intelligence than beasts, animals, birds, what all that stuff. They have, it's not to say that these animals are not intelligent. It just means that their intelligence is on a different level, whereas the animals have a naturalistic instinct and man has the ability to decipher right from wrong. See, when Eve, and this is going to be a biblical story, so bear with me. I know some people may not be believers, but it's fine. When Eve, this is just for example, okay? This is just an example. When Eve was in the Garden of Eden, okay, she was tempted by Satan. She was tempted by the shaitan, okay? She was tempted by the snake, the slithering snake. And he told her to eat of this apple so that she will have knowledge, okay? She will have knowledge of self. She will have knowledge of the world. See, Satan wanted to corrupt the hearts of man, and he did this via the woman. So he had to corrupt the woman because the woman is more impressionable. But see, what you see is that sin did not come into the world until Eve gave that apple to Adam. You see, if Adam would have refused that woman and not taken of the forbidden fruit, the fruit of the forbidden tree, if he would not have taken that fruit, then in all actuality, sin would not have entered the world. And then Adam could have chastised that woman because he had dominion over that woman, because that woman came from his rib, and that woman is his because it's from his rib. So that is a biblical example for all you believers. Now let's get into a more realistic example. Okay, like I said, the father gives his daughter away to a man, and he allows that man to take her hand in marriage. That means that the protection part of manhood, the provision part of manhood, okay, has transferred into that man's. Therefore, that her father does not have dominion over that woman. Her father does not have direct influence over that woman. Now, it is, I mean, in this day and age, obviously, the women are not listening to anybody, any man, let alone their fathers or whatnot. But once that woman goes and she becomes that man's wife, he is responsible for her, whether you guys like it or not. And you know how I know why? Because the U.S. court system says he's responsible for her, even when they break up, via alimony, via child support. So you cannot on one hand say, oh, we want alimony, we want child support, we want support, we don't want to get left in the dry and all this kind of stuff. And then the man does not have dominion over you, and the man does not have responsibility to protect what is his. This is not to say that the woman is an inanimate object, but it is absolutely to say that yes, if you marry that woman, she absolutely is your property. Now, we all know that with game, you have to use game in order to sustain that level of responsibility over that woman. But in a perfect world, the woman would understand her role. That's the problem. Women don't understand their roles anymore when it comes to relationships. So yes, I'm not afraid to say that yes, that woman absolutely becomes that man's property and responsibility. Not saying she's an inanimate object, but it is to say that he has responsibility over that woman, okay? And if anything in the family messes up, it's going to fall on the man's shoulders, not the woman, okay? He said that women are men's property and that grape victims should bear some responsibility. Absolutely. Grape victims need to bear responsibility for their poor actions and decisions. Now, I'm not saying that, oh, just because she wore that, she deserved to get grape. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if you put yourself in a bad situation, if you get blackout drunk at a party and you wake up to a man inserting himself inside you, you need to take responsibility for your actions and say, man, if I was conscious, that probably wouldn't have happened, okay? There's nothing wrong with saying that somebody needs to take responsibility for a mistake. If I go to the hood and I start acting all baller and flexing $100,000 chains and flexing Corvettes like young Dolph, then yes, if I get clapped up in the hood, robbed in the hood, I am going to have to bear the responsibility, because who overall is responsible for my life? Me. Now, that is not to say that in every situation a woman is responsible for the grape, okay? But that is to say that in a lot of these situations, which, let's keep it a buck, grape is very rare. Statistically, it is rare, okay? Not saying that it doesn't happen, but on a scale of crimes, it is very rare. It's even more rare than murder, okay? Murder is more prevalent than grape, which is, I mean, people may disagree, but murder is absolutely, in my opinion, in my professional opinion, murder is a worse crime than grape. So the reality is there are more murders than there are grapes. That's the reality, okay? And there's about 10,000 murders in the United States each year, roughly, okay? Don't quote me on that exact number, but roughly 10,000 murders. So there's even lower grapes, okay? And the reason why I know this is because I study criminology, and also when you look at crime statistics, a lot of these cities try to fudge their crime statistics and their crime numbers. I'm sorry, this is going to be a long video. We're only on the first slide. But a lot of cities try and fudge their crime numbers by lowering the standard of what a crime is. So when you see in LA, oh, stealing from a store, if it's under $900, it's a misdemeanor and it's not even punishable. So what they'll do is they'll lower the standard for what a crime is, and that's exactly what they did with grape. When you look at sexual assault can go under the umbrella as stealthing, which we covered before, taking the condo off and smashing a girl without her consent, okay? Like without her knowing that you took the condo off. Even if the intercourse was consensual, taking off the condo was not consensual, okay? That is sexual assault, okay? And that would be considered grape in this day and age. Slapping a girl's behind is sexual assault, which would be considered grape, okay? Groping her, whatever. Okay, so they have lowered the standard of what grape actually is to increase the numbers and justify the argument that we live in a grape culture when we actually do not, okay? That's why women are not afraid to go buck naked in the club at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the morning, okay? I see it all the time. I'm really outside, all right? Now let's get into some other bear some responsibility. Okay, so we already covered that. They need to bear some responsibility for getting raped. And this is not to say that, oh yeah, they're 100% at fault, or I'm not trying to victim blame, but this is just the reality. Now, if you get caught lacking, somebody club you over the head and take the whop, obviously you couldn't have done anything about that, right? You couldn't have done anything about that. But if you put yourself in a precarious situation where alcohol and other drugs are involved, and you wake up to a man inserting himself inside you, yes, absolutely, you need to take responsibility for how you got in that situation. So Andrew Tate is not wrong in that. This is the next slide. Let's get into it. So here we go. It says, in this widely circulated video, Tate, who is 35, explains that he prefers to date 18-year-olds because they have been through less dizzick than women in their 20s. He also says that it's easier to make an imprint on young girls. This is also known as grooming. No, absolutely, it is not known as grooming, okay, because the women are not underage, and for the fact of the matter is, women need to actually look at the age of consent map in the United States. For the majority of states in the United States, for the majority of states, right, in the United States, okay, the age of consent in the majority of states in the U.S. is 16. In Georgia, which I'm in Atlanta, if I were, and I'm not saying that I would do this, but if I were to go on a high school campus and start kicking game to 16 and 17-year-olders, and I got consent with them and, hopefully their parents, obviously, but you really, honestly, I'm not telling you guys to do this. I'm just telling you what the law is. You don't even need their parents' consent to have their consent, okay? So literally a woman could get emancipated from her parents at 16 and then come live. I'm not saying that I would do this, so don't quote me, and they're gonna clip this. But a woman could get emancipated from her parents and come live with me today at the tender age of 16. Would I consider that grooming? Yes, because she's under 18. But once she hits that 18 mark, no, it's not grooming, okay? I met my girl, I was 24, she was 19, and no, she was in college. I don't consider it grooming, all right? There are women on college campuses who are 17 even, and they're taking dizzick from grown men. So it's BS. Men, since the dawn of time, have always wanted younger women, and until the day every man dies, you're always going to be attracted to younger women. Now, obviously, you should work within the confines of the law, but even if you do that, you could still potentially deal with 16 and 17-year-old women. Now, I'm not saying that you should do that. I'm just saying that you could do that and be well within your rights. So she is absolutely making a mockery of the legal system in this claim that she's making here.
The reason 18 and 19-year-olds are more attractive than 25-year-olds is because they've been through less dick. I'll say this right here on the fucking internet. I don't give a shit. People will sit there and go, oh,
he's absolutely right. Nobody wants a woman who is ran through. And if you want an accurate body count calculator, you need to watch my videos. The accurate modern woman body count calculator is her age minus 18, because we're assuming that she started being sexually active at 18, because that's where all these women act like, oh, I didn't get started. They're all acting like they didn't get started having intercourse at 18, when literally literally they were smashing like 15, 14, and then they're acting like they weren't dealing with older men when we've already broken down in previous videos. When I was in elementary school, the elementary school chicks was messing with the middle schools. When I was in middle school, the middle school chicks was messing with the high schoolers. When I was in high school, the high school chicks was messing with the college dudes. And when I was in college, the undergrads was messing with the dudes who were getting their masters, or in law school, or getting their doctorate. So stop with the BS. Women prefer older men too, and men prefer younger women. This has been the thing since the beginning of time, and it's never gonna change. No matter how many of y'all queer feminist women, she doesn't even like men. She doesn't even like men, but she talking about, oh, well, this is grooming. No, it's not. I'll literally go date an 18-year-old right now and not feel two ways about it.
You can't say that. Yes, I can. A 19-year-old is more attractive than a 26-year-old woman, and I'll tell you why. Because that 26-year-old has talked to more guys, been to the club more times, been more places, been fucked and dumped more times, more arguments, more heartbreak, more bullshit, more mess for me to clean up. Whereas a 19-year-old might have had one guy from high school, just broke up, she's fresh, and I can fucking put my imprint on her, make her a good person.
And look how she posted that quote. She said, he also says it's easier to make an imprint on young girls, but she didn't finish. He said, I can make my imprint on her and make her a what? What did he say? A good person. That is absolutely correct. You cannot, I'm 27 years old. I would never deal with a woman my age. You know why? Because you can't tell them, oh, you can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. You can't tell them a damn thing. You can't. You cannot tell them anything, even though as a 27-year-old man, I'm pretty much more advanced than most chicks out here. I own multiple real estate properties. I have a flourishing six-figure business, 2 of them. And these women will literally try and tell you that, oh, well, I'm going to help you build. No, the empire's already built. You can either get on the train or go to the crib.
Without her having to go through all that detriment to learn about life.
Yep.
The reason.
So he was absolutely right on that slide. So we've debunked 3 slides already of defamation on Andrew Tate, and we're gonna keep going, guys. You have to protect masculinity at all costs. It says much of his content is laughably ridiculous, like this video where he says he knows CPR but wouldn't perform it on a man because that would be gay. Let's watch.
No CPR. Well, me. Help him. No. Why? Because I ain't gay. Who knows CPR? Well, me. Help him. No. Why? Because I ain't gay.
Okay, so obviously this is a joke. Obviously it's a joke. Oh my God, he said he wouldn't help a person if they were dying. Well, I'm pretty sure that he has saved people's lives when they were in the presence of him. And for one, you don't have to, when it comes to CPR, there's multiple steps. There's chest compressions, and there's breathing into their mouth to give them a supply of oxygen, okay? So one person could be on the chest compressions and one person could be breathing in their mouth. You don't necessarily have to do, like one person do the whole process of CPR. But anyways, obviously this is a joke. It honestly doesn't even deserve a breakdown, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Would I do CPR on a man? I would probably only do CPR on a family member. And that solves it right there. I'm not doing CPR on no random dude who just passed out. I'm not doing CPR on some random, like some random old white dude who just passed out at the buffet because he choked on some fatback or something like that. I'm not doing say, hey, y'all can come over here and do that. I might do the chest compressions, but I'm not. No. During a pandemic, and these people are the ones who are talking about the pandemic. Wear your mask. How are you gonna wear a mask doing CPR? Stop it. All right, so anyway, she says, but underneath the absurdity of Andrew Tate are the darker, more insidious consequences of the influence he has on young boys. Andrew Tate is not just another edgy misogynist on the internet. He's also one in real life. He's been under investigation for intercourse trafficking and rape. Obviously, that has already been debunked. And let me just give you guys a quick rundown because this happens often. Okay, this happens often. This happened to my nigga Bakari Rambo. Man, shout out to Bakari Rambo. Dog, that nigga is a G, bro. he was facing some great allegations and with a white girl. Yeah, with a white girl. And she accused him of rape, and she came up to his apartment, bro. She worked with the football team. How do I know? Because I played football for University of Georgia. She worked with the football team. So obviously she's a cleat chaser, okay? She worked with the football team. She went up to his room, got papped out. My homeboy was in there in the same apartment during the time, and he says she was like, oh, what's up? Like, she was acting all good. What happened was her boyfriend called, and then the boyfriend said, oh, why were you here? And then she said, she scrambled, and oh yeah, he took the wop because her boyfriend caught her cheating. So inevitably she filed charges on him. He actually got banned from the city of Athens, the city that he gave blood, sweat, and tears to, the city that he won SEC championships with, okay? He got banned from the city. And then 9 months later, guess what? All charges dropped, and the ban from the city is unlifted. But guess what? He's traumatized from the city that he gave his blood, sweat, and tears to, man. He's traumatized from that, so he'll probably never be back. Disgraceful. And that's the same thing that happened with Andrew Tate. The woman went over there. She flew to Romania from the United States. Flew on her own free will and volition. Flew out. She got flew out, okay? And she got papped down by the Tate brothers. She was in the mansion ordering Uber Eats. She's on camera. There's literally film of this woman going back and forth, eating and having a ball, dancing and gallivanting and just enjoying the vibes. It was a vibe. They're enjoying the vibes. She's enjoying the vibes. And then what happens? Boyfriend FaceTime her. Where you at, babe? Where you at? And she's like, She freaks out. Then she accuses Andrew Tate of kidnapping her. And guess what the boyfriend does? He calls the U.S. Embassy and says, hey, my girlfriend is kidnapped in Romania. They pick him up. They arrest him. He goes to court. Didn't spend no time in court. And he explained it to the judge. They let him go. This is not he's under investigation for intercourse trafficking. Dude, some crazy chick called her crazy ass jealous boyfriend one time. And now, he's under some investigation. You see how women ruin men's reputations? It's straight ridiculous. This has got to stop. That's why I'm going 100% 10 toes down on Andrew Tate. I've seen enough of his content. I know for a fact he ain't taking no wop, okay? And it is what it is. This is not an R. Kelly situation. This is not a Bill Cosby situation, okay? Andrew Tate is really the top G, and he's really pulling chicks. I mean, have y'all ever seen the experiment where the guy walks up to the girl and then doesn't say anything but gets her number? That's Andrew Tate, okay? In one video, he explained that 40% of the reason for moving to Romania was because Romania police were less likely to pursue intercourse assault allegations than police in the U.S. And that's absolutely true. And I would move for that reason as well. Why? Because there are too many black men, especially black athletes like myself, who are being falsely accused of taking some WAP when they actually didn't, and now their careers are absolutely ruined. Their careers it'll never be the same because of a false accusation. Some guys miss their whole college experience. Some guys get Title IX. Do y'all know what Title IX is? Well, look it up, okay? So let's keep going. All right? This one says, Andrew Tate has expressed numerous times his beliefs that women are property. Videos like this are racking up billions of views on TikTok. All right, so I already broke this down, but let's watch this clip.
You think that women are property?
So I think my sister is her husband's property.
What's wrong with that? I just broke down the Godhead, arm, leg, arm, head. This is God body. Yes, she becomes that man's property once she has been handed over from her father to the husband. So yes, she is her property. Not to say that she is his property. Not to say that she's an inanimate object. But see, women want the cake, and they want their cake and eat it too. They want to be able to say that, oh, I'm my own woman, No, you're his wife. And your decisions reflect on that man. And he has responsibility, dominion over you. Isn't she part of the Juice Crew? She should know the Old Testament. But this is how far from God these women are. Godless women.
I'm not saying anything new. I'm not saying anything which is really, truly even controversial. The whole world agreed that the woman belongs to the man when she decides to give herself to a man.
Do you think
Slap.
All right, absolutely. And this one is a 3-second clip taken out of context where he's talking about intercourse with women and how they like to be fucked. And this is absolutely true. What woman doesn't like to be choked when she gets fucked? What woman, and I'm sorry for my language, but I have to be very direct, and we're 30 minutes in, so YouTube shouldn't demonetize it. What woman doesn't like to be doesn't like her ass slapped when she's being fucked? Tell me one. Okay? Listen to Rihanna's song, "Come Here Rude Boy, Boy, Rude Boy." Why does he have to be rude? Why doesn't she say, "Oh, come on, nice man, come on, gentleman, come and beat it up. Take it, take it, take it, take it." Even when you have intercourse with women, they're like, "Take it. This is your pussy." And then they're saying, "Oh, well, she's not your property. I thought it was my pussy." Which one is it? I told you they want to have their cake and eat it too.
Slap, grab, choke, shut up, bitch, sex. Slap, slap, grab, choke, shut up, bitch, sex.
And I'm telling you right now, if the woman actually likes you, this is not for no chick that you just experimenting with. If she actually likes you, she's going to want you to do that. You don't know how many times like I've dealt with women and they're like, "Oh, well, when we linked up or nothing, like you didn't even try to fuck me." Like, come on, dude. This is such BS. This hit piece is trash and they didn't do their homework. Videos of Andrew Tate have been viewed 11.6 billion times on TikTok alone. Many of them violate community guidelines but aren't being taken down. Why? Yeah, you know who else violates community guidelines? These fucking Instagram thoughts who are showing their titties and showing their ass and twerking and all this stuff. But guess what? They never get demonetized. They never get taken off the platform. They're selling sex. They're showing women that this is how you become a woman, by showing off your tits and ass and trying to draw men into your lust factory, which is OnlyFans, okay? So I mean, it's such BS and it's so many contradictions. Like literally, these women are out here violating community guidelines, nudity policies. There's naked yoga on YouTube and they don't get demonetized. There's no age restriction. What the fuck are these bitches talking about? Okay, because views generate profit for TikTok, so they will continue to push these videos onto the feeds of young men regardless. Okay, so what about the videos of these fucking whores on TikTok who they're feeding to young men? Yeah, you don't have much to say about that. I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous. Regardless of the real world I mean, they want men to go broke lusting after women. That's really the agenda. I'm telling you that right now. Okay, I'm going in on this video. I gotta take a drink. Regardless of the real world consequences that online misogyny can have, I saw a TikTok from this girl who said, "Andrew Tate is making my boyfriend hate me," and it broke my heart into pieces. You know why? Because she's probably a trash ass girlfriend. Point blank. She's a trash girl. We know what happens when violent internet misogyny goes unchecked. We saw it with Hunter Moore, who popularized revenge PORN in 2012. We see it with incel forums. No, you know who popularized revenge P? Kim Kardashian, because she sold a lie to women and said that Ray J, unbeknownst to her, without her consent, put out that intercourse tape. But guess who actually put it out? Her own mother. That is the person who popularized revenge PORN. Man, this woman is, ooh, I'm about to go Super Saiyan. No cap, I'm just fucking around, but dog, this is absolutely ridiculous. Like, if you think that Hunter Moore, I don't even know who that nigga is. Who the fuck is Hunter Moore? If you think he popularized revenge PRN, you have another thing coming. It was actually Kim Kardashian. Look it up. Look it up, because when that intercourse tape dropped, she said that she didn't know it was dropping, and Ray J did it without her consent. And after that, all these dudes start sending nudes and videos to the homies in the group chats. Bro, come on, bro. Come on. And it was a big, fat lie. We don't need a documentary in 10 years about the rise and fall of Andrew Tate and how we should have known better. We do better now. Hold social media platforms accountable for giving the loudest microphones to the most dangerous people. This is BS. Andrew Tate has never taken nobody's life, but guess who y'all are promoting? These rappers who are pointing their guns in the camera and then getting killed the next week, man. Full of shit. All right, so guys, oh man, I was just about to upload this video. Then I clicked on the Instagram page of the individual who was trying to defame Andrew Tate. And what do you know? I didn't even catch it. I thought this was a woman the whole time. This is a man. This is a homosexual man. This is a transformer robot in disguise. Okay? If y'all are taking anything that this dude is saying seriously, you are out of your damn mind. For one, let's break down the bio. Matt Bernstein, he, they. Anybody who has pronouns, automatically invalidated, okay? Unless they're making a joke out of it, which I do. I make a joke out of the pronoun thing in my bios, but I put Zer for sir with a Z. I think that's kind of ill. But other than that, bro, like, no, you're automatically invalidated. The bio says queer juice crew with very long nails. And then the link in the bio is donationsforabortion.com. You already know how we feel about that. Okay. So automatically this individual, I mean, if y'all are men and y'all are believing this fruitcake, you're lost. Then manhood is really in a deplorable state. If we're believing gay niggas now, like, come on, bruh. So we're gonna break down the Instagram story of this individual, Matt clap, cheek clap. No, I'm just kidding. But let's go.
You take it up the arse. You take it up the arse.
I mean, that's factual and kind of funny.
That would be me.
And they stood on it. Okay? So, hey, it is what it is. They says, OMG, I got kinda dolled up. Okay? Now, this is the individual who was going at Andrew Tate. If y'all are taking this dude got fake acrylic nails on, bruh. If y'all are taking this dude seriously, then the state of manhood is very dire. What does this transformer know about being a man? He doesn't even want to be a man. He thinks that he was born in the wrong body when God don't make mistakes, baby. God don't make mistakes. Okay? Oh, man. So, somebody comments, bro, you a man, stop being a pussy and go to the gym skinny gay. And then it says, Andrew Tate fans, please exit my DMs right now. This selfie is for the girls and the gays. So yeah, I mean, people are roasting him, and rightfully so. He came for the top G, and honestly, he looks like a bottom. So, all right, hey, y'all know I love the gay jokes, okay? But I mean, nobody's homophobic. Nobody is scared of y'all. Let's keep it a buck. Nobody's scared of y'all. It's just funny. Homosexuality is actually really funny, especially amongst men. Now, amongst women, it's sexy. Amongst men, it's hilarious. It's laughable. It's an abomination. It's sodomy, okay? So, hey, take it how you will. If y'all want to listen to this dude, hey, be my guest, okay? Because I ain't taking no advice from a gay nigga. I'm sorry. Anyways, guys, I hope y'all like that breakdown. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's your boy, Reclaim Your Throne. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Send your relationship according to the email down below with a screenshot of your Cash App so I know you paying your tithes, man. Y'all need to be on your motherfucking name with the BS. And you already know. Reclaim your throne.
Reclaim your throne.